Hipster. That's what we might call someone today who dresses in a way to gain cultural approval. But did you know that hipsters were a thing back in the 18th century and were known as macaroni? That's right. Our ancestors liked to get creative with language, especially in the world of politics. The slogan, "Join or Die," doesn't seem very American, but it was the pitch line for the Albany Congress, a gathering of delegates from 7 of the original 13 colonies who met as early as 1754 to discuss the idea of continental unity. Along with the image of a dismembered snake, the phrase represented resistance to British taxation, as did the catchphrase, "No taxation without representation," meaning colonists didn't want to have to pay if they didn't have a say in the British Parliament. As tensions between the colonies and Britain continued to build, Americans who favored independence became known as patriots, while those who were against independence were called loyalists. And when these guys came together to protest on the streets, they were described as a rabble. Rascal was often used to throw shade at a political enemy. And believe it or not, many of the founding fathers used the word to describe each other. The term Yankee is thought to have been coined by the British Army as an insult to describe uncivilized Americans. But colonists threw it back in their faces by embracing the expression and wearing it with pride. And the phrase "to tar and feather," meaning to criticize someone severely, actually had its roots in the torturous act of dousing someone with hot tar and covering them with bird feathers. So, why does it matter? While many of these words and phrases have gone out of favor in modern times, some remain embedded in the lexicon of American culture. Knowing what these terms mean helps us to understand what Americans thought of each other at the very birth of our nation. How do you think the use of language contributes to ideas of American identity and independence?